The Last Night of Barev Singh, a sad story of a bandit who was caught. Barev Singh had once been known as the fastest rider in the Shambar Valley. Before people whispered his name with fear, they spoke it with admiration. He had been a farmer's son, quiet, hard-working, the kind of boy who smiled easily and helped anyone who asked. But life has a way of bending even the rock's branches. A drought took his family's land, debt took their home, and the world, in its coldness, took everything else. Barev didn't become a bandit because he wanted to. He became one because he felt he had nowhere left to stand. Years passed. His name became a shadow. Mothers warned their children not to wander too far. Merchants prayed before crossing the valley, and Barev, he forgot what it felt like to be human. But one evening, everything changed. He was riding through a dusty village road when he saw an old woman struggling to carry a pot of water. Something in her reminded him of his mother. Without thinking, he got off his horse and helped her. The villager stared. A bandit helping someone? Impossible. But the old woman smiled at him gently and said, "Beta, you don't look like a bad man." Those words hit him harder than any bullet ever could. That night, Barev sat alone under a neem tree, staring at the moon. For the first time in years, he felt the weight of everything he had become. He whispered to himself, maybe it's time to stop running. But fate had already made its choice. Before dawn, the police surrounded him. They had tracked him for months, waiting for a moment when he was alone. Barev didn't fight. He didn't run. He simply raised his hands and said, "I'm tired." The villagers gathered as he was taken away. Some looked relieved, some looked afraid. But the old woman, the one he had helped, stepped forward with tears in her eyes. "Forgive him," she said softly. Sometimes life pushes people into darkness. Barev didn't speak. He only bowed his head. As the jeep drove away, he looked back at the rising sun. For the first time in years, he felt something warm inside him. Not hope, not joy, but peace. He knew he would spend years behind bars. He knew the world would never forget his crimes. But he also knew one thing. He had finally stopped running. And sometimes, that is the bravest thing a man can do.